Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pat, and today we are going to take a look at the Better Biomes mod. And what this mod does is adds in a bunch of really cool biomes into the game, and now you have two different world types. So if you go here under world type, there is now Better Biomes and there is Fantasy Biomes. Under Better Biomes, there's a ton of different ones. Under Fantasy, there's just one, but it is actually really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of each biome that is added. Alright guys, so this biome is the Sandstone Canyons. And it's honestly pretty close to a desert, but what it's made out of is sandstone. You can tell right here. So it's made out of sandstone, and there's also like little patches of dirt and grass around, and some trees just to make it look a little bit more interesting. One of the cool features of this mod is there's like little sub-biomes. Sometimes inside a biome there'll be a little tiny biome, or on the edges there'll be some smaller biomes, which are actually pretty interesting and pretty cool. And right here is the rainforest biome. It's similar to a jungle, and it can actually generate jungle temples too. And villages do generate in a lot of these biomes, so that is pretty cool that they have that stuff just to make it a little bit more interesting. This biome right here is called the mangroves, and it's basically a lot of water, and it has like trees in it, and there's lily pads like all over the place. You can see this is actually still part of the biome over here, so it's kind of overrun with water, but it's kind of cool and it looks real interesting. This biome is the fir forest, and it's basically a biome that is filled with snow and has giant trees. So there's some pretty awesome trees. I like these. So this one looks really cool. And right next to it is a prairie, and the prairie it's pretty barren. It's basically just this different colored grass, and there isn't a lot to it. I mean, sometimes there's little hills and stuff too, but there really isn't a ton in this biome. And this biome is the wasteland, and it pretty much has all dead trees around, but villages can actually spawn in this biome, which I thought was pretty cool. So you're not going to find much in here, just some wood and stuff, but you may find a village with some luck, and it's kind of just made out of, it looks to be gravel and dirt. Where we are right now is the Snowy Plateau, and it's basically just a really high up snow area, and there is a variety of these. There's jungle ones too, so you're going to go by these quite often actually. And this one down here, I think this one is the shrublands. Yeah, this was the shrublands. And basically these are bushes. So there's lots of shrubs all over the place in this biome, which actually looks really cool because it's pretty unique. I haven't seen anything like this before in other mods that add different biomes. And of course, villages spawn here too. You can see there's a pretty giant one right here. I really like that they added in that villages could spawn because it's really cool to see them. And a lot of these mods that add in different biomes, you can't ever see villages anymore. Right here is one of those sub-biomes I was talking about. Like on the edge of all these biomes right here is a tropical archipelago. And there's a lot like this, but they don't happen on every single biome, but one is right here. It looks pretty cool. I like it how there's some like jungle trees and stuff just on the edge of these biomes. And right here is a plateau, which is basically just a really high up biome. This one is just plain trees in a high area. And there is a second variety of deserts. There isn't only the sandstone desert, but there is also the volcanic desert. And basically the difference between this and a normal desert is there is lava pretty much all over the place. So there's lots of lava around. I guess if you need lava, this would be really useful. And you can see right here, it is bordered once again by a sub-biome. And this one is a mountainous archipelago. You're going to see these somewhat often on the sides, but a lot of the times you might not see anything. Alright guys, so right here is the Alpine Mountains. And this is a really cool biome. I really like this one. It's high up mountains with snow, and they just look really cool. I mean, I like the way that they generate, so it's a good place for building, and it just looks really interesting. And if we go down here, there's actually a step. And the step's probably one of the most boring ones of the variety that was added. So this right here is a step, and it's kind of just some pretty normal trees. I mean, they're not anything special, and it's just pretty flat land like this. And here's actually a mangrove that isn't completely filled with water like the other one I showed you guys was. So there is some land in this mangrove. So if you want to explore one, you probably want to find one that you can actually walk around in. And this one seems to be a bit better than the other one we were looking at before. This biome is the Rocky Hills, and what the Rocky Hills is basically just cobblestone and stone, and it's pretty mountainous, so it looks pretty awesome. So it's another good place for building, and I guess if you need a ton of stone, this place is filled with stone. There's actually a different type of water other than the ocean, and this one is the Salt Lake biome, and it's basically just water. It's a much darker color to it. And over here is the Low Hills biome. And what the Low Hill biome is just these really small hills. It's pretty plain, a small amount of trees, and just some hills, really. Nothing big. It isn't too exciting. So guys, this one is the fantasy biome, and it's called the Forest of Yggdrasil, something like that. I can't really pronounce it, to be honest. It's spelled really weird. But what this is basically a forest with these giant birch trees that spawn. You can see them. They're awesome, actually. They'd make like an amazing tree house. You could probably build a house like directly inside it. So this is probably one of the coolest biomes. But if you decide to go with this world type, this is the only kind of biome that is going to spawn. I don't know. It's so awesome, though. It may be worth it. Alright guys, and this is the last one. This one is just the mountain biome. And what it is a giant mountain way above everything else, and it's right in the clouds, you can see. So it's kind of cool. It's a high building place. If you like high building places, it's going to be perfect for a build. You can really see how high it is too. But anyways guys, that's about all there is to show with this mod. If you want to download it, it is in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for some more awesome videos. Thanks for watching guys. I will see you next time.